Hi fire signs, my name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your June 2021 love and romance, love and relationship message for all the fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, happy month of June. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and you'll be notified when you go into subscriptions every time I do a video, which is every Saturday, but you have to go into subscriptions. So if you've already done that, thank you so much. So welcome to This Is Your Sign, fire sign. So I'm gonna give you your love and relationship message. A leg up is upside down. Clean it up is upside down. Soulmates is upside down. And being abandoned is right side up. So I'm not laughing, but this is like you thought you were with your person and they are your soulmate and they were your soulmate and they've turned your life upside down. And if you are not in this, you are afraid you're going to be abandoned and left out in the cold, or that's what you feel like now. It sounds like this relationship was your soulmate, and it was the person who ripped your band-aid off. And I'm so sorry, because a lot of times when you're with soulmates, they are here to teach you karmic lessons about yourself. And maybe this was the closest to everything that you always wanted, but you were still settling. And this reading is letting me know that you don't have to settle. You're not going to be abandoned, but it doesn't mean it's not going to feel like that. So every person that you're with is here to teach you lessons, to get closer to yourself, to get closer to the divine. So when it is happening, it doesn't feel like that. It feels pretty horrible. At first it feels great and fantastic, and we're all taught this whole, if you ever saw Jerry Maguire, it's an old movie, so if you guys are younger you might have not saw that, but it's like, you complete me. And feeling like somebody completes us, it feels so good at first, but then it's like nobody completes you but God. And looking to somebody else to fill all of the things that you don't possess, they are going to fall short every single time, because all the things that you want somebody else to have, you need to have that too. So this relationship was here to teach you that the things that you have, you want somebody else to have them too. Not you're the only person you gave it to somebody else and they couldn't give it back to you. And I'm sorry for that, because that is super painful. But this reading is about, you don't have to settle. And when you feel abandoned, a lot of times it's not other people are abandoning you, it's you abandon yourself and your needs because you thought somebody was more valuable than you were. And that is so not true. So I'm gonna pull some more cards about this relationship and tell you guys a little bit more about it, just so you have some confirmation and affirmation about what is going on and what has happened, or if it hasn't happened yet, what this process is going to be like for you fire signs. So all the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, I'm sorry for the heartbreak, because it does, it breaks your heart every time. And every time your heart is broken or feels like it's broken and like you can't recover from this, it's honestly so the light can come through. And the light is starting to come through, you guys. But the first message is seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. So either this person was a cheater, or there were other people involved in your relationship. This could be children, this could be family members, this could be an addiction. It could have been an addiction, it could have been drugs or alcohol or gambling or another person, but it's saying there was third party interference. So it's almost like you never had a chance, or maybe it's their old spouse from their last relationship. You guys, if you do not heal from your previous relationships, you bring that into your next relationship, whether you realize it or not. So that's what happened. It's something was brought forward, or they were cheating on you. And I want to tell you this: if you were cheated on, this is not a confirmation or affirmation of what's wrong with you. This is the other person is trying to fill a hole that nobody can fill but God. It is not your job. It wasn't your job. And if this made you feel like there is something wrong with you, I'm really sorry. There is nothing wrong with you. When somebody has to go outside of the relationship to get more needs met, it's just like it is in a bottomless well that you can never fill, and it is not your job to fill. And it says mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So you guys, a lot of times whenever we get with somebody, they are just mirroring back to us where we are at the time. And this is looking like you have outgrown that person. Maybe you weren't well when you met them, or you have been working on yourself. And, you know, a lot of times, people are so afraid of looking at themselves in the mirror. So this was, maybe you were wounded and not in a good place, and maybe this person helped you see yourself in a different light, which is beautiful and amazing. And maybe you realized what your value is, and this person couldn't see it. And it is not your job to make somebody see something in you when they can't see it. Your job is to not abandon yourself, to stay well, to stay healthy, not harm or hurt yourself. And the next one says healthy choices. So it says making healthy choices in life and in love, self-love, self-care, being happier. So this relationship brought you back to yourself. And that's what it was here to teach you. It was here to bring you back to yourself. You guys, when this is happening, it doesn't feel like, oh, welcome home to myself. It feels like, fuck you, and thanks for nothing, and I wasn't looking for this. So if that's how you guys are feeling right now, it is okay. It is normal. You can be mad at that person. You can hate that person. You can be upset with that person because they turned your life upside down. But honestly, when this stuff is happening, it doesn't feel like a gift. But as you heal, as you make your healthier choices, one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, you're going to thank that person for not wanting you, or not being well enough to receive you, because rejection is God's protection. It means there is something way better for you out there. And I know you can't see it at the time, and you really felt like this was your person. And a lot of times, your person is your person until they're not. And relationships are hard. Nobody has given us the instruction manual for relationships. I think what you learn first is what you don't want. Not I think, I know. What you find out is what you don't want. And the only way you find out what you want is by what you don't want first. So it's the process of elimination. So this says forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, You experience more love in your present moments. So, you guys, I'm going to tell you something, and you have angels all around you. Okay, forgiving and learning. And it's not just for the other person. You know, I'm going to tell you, when you know better, you do better. And you did the best you could at the time with the tools that you had. And I would have done the same thing that you did. So this is about forgiving yourself and all the things that you have learned from this relationship, which is what you don't want and what you're not going to put up with anymore, and what is not right for you. And it says release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So this is saying that you need to release your ex, but you don't just wake up one day and release your ex. This is a process, and it takes time. And a lot of times you're not able to release until you're ready. So if you were with somebody for 20 years, you are not going to release them in 20 hours or 20 days or 20 weeks or even 20 months. So like, it depends how long you've been with the person. If this was a huge part of your life, which I know you guys give everything you have. So when you've done that, you don't just automatically release, but you release a little bit at a time. And maybe you start by like one finger, and then two fingers, and then three fingers, and then four fingers, and then one hand lets go. And maybe you're still hanging on with another hand, and then you have to release your fingers a little at a time, which when you let both of your arms go, you release and you allow love to come back in. So it's very difficult for this process. So it's asking you not to beat yourself up for what you didn't know. You are learning. And this says keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So as you guys are able to let go and release your ex, your next relationship, your next person might not look the same. And you know what? When you forgive and learn, they're not going to look the same, because you're going to be different. So your next person is going to be different. So maybe, you know how they say opposites attract? And a lot of times opposites attract, but they don't last. A lot of times it's fun at first, and you might like go to things together. Like you might just go to be with the person, and then 3 months from now you're like, I'm not going to a football game with you. I don't like football. You know, but in the beginning you just want to be near the person, but it takes a while to realize like maybe you're a talker and this person wasn't a talker. And then you're like, God, it would be really nice to have somebody who actually talked back. So that's what this is saying, is to be open to different, but different doesn't mean wrong. It just means your heart is going to be open to receive. So all of the fire signs, your love and relationship for the month of June is about healing and forgiving yourself, and not to abandon yourself, not to be somebody else in order for somebody to be with you. So this is your sign, signing off. Fire signs, if you're still watching, thank you so much. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys all next week.